Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Wheel of Fortune. You may have been feeling lately that you're kind of like at the bottom of the wheel, you know, between the rubber and the road, kind of getting ground down by life, right? Everything's about to change. I think that your suffering and your endurance and your perseverance is paying off. I think you're about to be spectacularly rewarded, right? Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. This is prosperity. This is growth. This is expansion. The card that volunteered itself out of the pack is the Two of Swords. I feel like you might be right in the middle of this feeling like, I should just quit, I should just give up, this isn't working, nothing's happening. I've tried and I keep running into obstacles, like maybe it's just time for me to turn a different direction. You know, I feel like you're kind of in the middle of this decision-making process. You're in the middle of this sort of questioning, right? And then we get, of course, our Wheel of Fortune that says, well, maybe don't quit yet. Okay, let's put the rest of our cards down. Let's see what we got. Five of Cups makes sense. 6 of Cups, 8 of Swords. Yeah, that makes sense too. And then we've got a Queen of Swords. So I feel like we are getting a little bit of clarity here. Over here we have a 3 of Cups, a 9 of Cups. We've got the Chariot card, and we got the 3 of Wands. To me, this feels like energy breaking through, right? I think the breakthrough you fought for, Taurus, is here. Okay? I think that your commitment, your perseverance, you're struggling against the sort of the pessimism, the overthinking, the analysis of it, and we're just trying to find a way to keep going even with all this doubt. But I think we're getting the clarity. I think that we're realizing that Spirit's got our back. Okay, I think things are really going to start changing for you in the very near future. I think that you're going to start experiencing a lot more, I don't know, what people would call good luck. Right, a lot more serendipity, a lot more synchronicity. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're going to set it down right here with Mr. Ed, our tiny horse, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. All right. If at any point during the program you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Okay. Let's look around the room. We only have two major arcana energies, and I love them. These are my favorites. The Wheel of Fortune, obviously, the expansive Jupiter energy. This is the sense of destiny. This is the feeling like everything is sort of going right, you know. Even though there are challenges, there are obstacles, there are questions, there are things I need to learn, things I got to do differently. There are bumps in the road, right? But we're on the right path, right? This is that wheel of destiny. It's kind of saying that you've made the decision to become who you're meant to be. You've made a decision to follow your destiny, okay? And of course, we have the Chariot. What does the Chariot need? Well, a wheel, for one thing. Needs 2 of them or more. The Chariot is also the one who is holding on to that destiny. In other words, the chariot is kind of Spirit's way of saying that you are the vehicle. You are the chariot. You are the vehicle of your destiny. Okay? And so this is Spirit's way of confirming that you're on the right path. All of the challenges that you faced, all of the dilemmas, all of the questions, all of the overthinking and the ruminations, all of the sadness and the hardship, it is all going to pay off. This is exactly where you're supposed to be, and I think you're about to experience that breakthrough that you've been fighting for. Whether we're in a creative block, whether we're in a blockage of like our emotional relationship with what we're doing. Okay, we need to take a look at some of these other cards, but oh my goodness, this is so great. Right, you are the vehicle of your destiny, and that, I think, is kind of the biggest obstacle for you, because of this card is in this position of the obstacle, right? Because we're starting to question it. We're starting to say, am I really the vehicle of this destiny? Is this really what I'm supposed to do? Have I answered the call for Spirit, or what did I answer a wrong number? You know what I mean? Spirit was calling you and telling you, hey, this is your life. You've got to start doing this work. And then with all these swords cards, especially with the 8, we're wondering if Spirit maybe got the lines crossed, that maybe it dialed the wrong number and I'm living somebody else's life, you know? I'm following someone else's destiny. And maybe we feel like I answered the wrong call. Yeah, I picked up the wrong cell phone when I was leaving the restaurant or something like this, you know? That's what this is confusion in a way. This is lines getting tangled. This is wires getting crossed. You ever remember back in the day when you were on the telephone and sometimes the lines would get crossed and you'd start hearing somebody else's conversation? You know, and you'd be like, are you talking to me, or who is this? You know, this isn't my mom or whatever. I remember that used to happen with the old telephones. I don't know, maybe I'm just old. But that's what the eight of Swords is, where we're just not sure what voice to listen to, you know. We're just not sure. There's all these thoughts taking place, and we don't know. Like, we just keep sort of going back through them. We're ruminating is what we're doing. And we're trying to sift through all the thoughts that we're having and all the different ideas and all the different possibilities and all the different kind of, you know, potential scenarios, all the different theories that we may have. Well, maybe I wasn't supposed to do this. Maybe I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Maybe there's some other factor I can't see. Maybe I should quit. Maybe this was as far as Spirit wanted me to go. Like, this is at the top of your mind right now. This sort of rumination. And with that decision too, with the 2 of Swords, it feels like we're sort of getting close to saying, you know what, I'm done. Right? Well, you're not quitting. Spirit is giving you the confirmation that you are on the right path. You are the vehicle. You are giving expression. You are the embodiment of your destiny. Okay? You are the acorn that is destined to become the oak tree. And this is you on that path of doing that work to fulfill that nature, to fulfill your true nature, your true self, your true will. And that 3 of Wands, this is the burst of fire energy. That's the only fire energy we have today. And it is a burst of fire. Okay, it almost is kind of like, I don't know, it seems like a breakthrough. It seems like a kind of a rocket booster. It seems like we are getting a surge of creative energy, a surge of momentum, kind of a big push from the universe. And it really could be that you're in kind of a maybe an energetic blockage, but I feel like it's kind of taking place in the mind. A creative blockage that then is leading us to really overthink. All right. So I feel like we're getting a surge of motivation, of interest. It's reawakening your passion here, reawakening your motivation and enthusiasm and all that stuff. Really great. So we have our major energy, we have our fire, we've got water, 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 all this water, right? All this water is really, it shows that there's been a lot of fluctuation. Like when we first started the path, we felt like I'm in the flow, I'm in the harmony, things are going so great. And this is, when we begin the work, when we start focusing on our oak tree, when we're focused on our destiny, right? Things are usually pretty good. We feel excited. We feel a pleasure in the work, right? So I think that this was, this was kind of yesterday's energy. And this was perhaps a memory of yours where you're thinking, man, if I could just go back to the very beginning when I first started this path, how good it felt, And then when we get stuck here in this path, we're lamenting that it doesn't feel as good anymore. This is the card of pleasure, right? And this may even be that, why did I choose a path of hardship and pain and struggle when I could have just had a life of pleasure, right? So that's another aspect of it too, that if you're following your destiny, it's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be pleasurable, but it will always be meaningful. But our mind comes in and says, why did I give up like laying on the couch, watching YouTube, eating ice cream all day to then go to the gym and start eating salads? Like, why did I do that? I'm such a fool. Like it was so good before, It's kind of like why did I get out of bed? I get out of bed, it's cold, I'm tired, my body hurts. I could have just stayed in bed and it was pleasurable. It was comfortable, it was warm, I think all of us, we're always sort of asking ourselves that question, sort of kicking ourselves. Why did I give up the pleasure, right? I think it was Carl Jung said that we would all kind of retreat into the comfort of the unconscious if we could. But we can't, Or we could try, but it leads to a moment like this anyway. And I think that you're somebody who's answered the call. I feel that you are you're pursuing your destiny with vigor, with constancy, with perseverance. And I think that we're in that point now where we are kind of Two of Swords. We're sort of asking, okay, well, show me something. Show me a sign that I'm on the right path. Because I could just as easily go back to bed. It's like, give me a reason to stay here, or I'm turning back around. And going back to a life of pleasure, right? Going back to just fitting in, just sort of blending in to the world and just kind of getting my kicks before it all goes up in flames, right? Jim Morrison reference. And I think now with this Wheel of Fortune, that Spirit is really giving you, I think that reference was bad timing. I apologize. I think Spirit's giving you the confirmation. Spirit is giving you the signs and symbols and synchronicities. Things are starting to turn around your way. You're going to experience more green lights. When we have a life of red lights, we start to feel like we're being punished, right? This is the Five of Cups. It's down beneath the surface. You're somebody that, I think you're kind of an emotional type person. Like, I think you really gain a lot of your understanding of reality based on how you feel about reality. Right? You're kind of a feeling type, of a person. So when you feel an aversion towards something, or you feel sort of emotionally distant or emotionally stressed or overwhelmed or upset about something, it's like it makes you think like, okay, well, maybe this thing isn't so good. Like, you trust your feelings. When you meet a person and you automatically have a Five of Cups feeling in your gut, you're thinking, I don't want to get close to that person. Right? And I think you're someone that trusts your emotions. You trust how you feel about things. And so now that we feel this kind of, this upset, maybe this is sadness. I don't want to label the feelings, but it's an unpleasant emotion. Whereas this is a pleasant emotion. It's a pleasant feeling. And of course, we all want to go back to the pleasant feeling of life. And maybe it was pleasant when it started, but now it's not feeling so pleasant anymore, and that's leading us to reevaluate the path itself. But then we got this Wheel of Fortune, right? This major arcana energy. Spirit's way of saying, this is the work right now, is for you to recognize the signs and symbols and synchronicities around you that are confirming the path that you're on is the right one. Okay? Things are going to grow and expand and prosper, and whatever you're doing, I don't know. Now, when we're looking at these cards too, I want to point this out. We have our fire, right? We've got all this water. We've got the air that we're dealing with. We don't have any earth cards. This is an alignment of energy that's taking place inside of you. Okay? The earth energy is absent because, for one, it doesn't matter what you're doing. What matters is that you are on the wheel of your destiny, and that you are pushing this wheel forward, and it's going to gain momentum. Once you commit to something, as you have, maybe that's kind of the Two of Swords too, is we're wondering, did I commit to the right destiny? Did I answer the right phone call, right, like I said? But once you commit to something fully, that's when providence moves, right? I think that's a Goethe quote. That's when spirit starts to activate. That's when the wheel starts picking up speed and it starts turning from its own inertia, right? So once you start doing your will, the universe will conspire to help you. And I think that's what's happening right now. But in order to recognize that and to be in harmony with that, we have to, I think in a way, stop doubting our decision. It's like you're questioning the decision that you've already made, right? Or, alternatively, maybe this Two of Swords came out to say, wait, you haven't quite decided on this yet. Spirit's just like about to give you, this big win, this big celebration. It's like, we're about to give you all the rewards, but then it's like, wait a minute. Taurus hasn't decided yet. Oh, okay, well then, until you fully decide, until you have the kind of resolution in your mind that says, I'm doing this. This is my path. We have to be in 100%. Then we'll get the rewards. Then spirit will start moving. Then that wheel of fortune will start turning in your favor. Does that make sense? And I think that this Queen of Swords, it's in the future position. I think this is you kind of recognizing that the blockage that we feel is not a, I don't want to say it's not real, but I want to say it's not a physical, it's not a mechanical problem, let's say. The blockage is not a mechanical one, okay? This is getting a bird's eye view. This is an objective look at things. This is the way we can say, okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe one of the reasons why I'm not experiencing the flow, not experiencing the support from spirit is because I have doubts. Maybe it's kind of like before we kind of thought that I have doubts because I'm not seeing the support from spirit. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's I'm not seeing the support because I'm doubting. Okay? And I don't think either one is true. I don't think it's that black and white. I don't think one came first. It's like the chicken and the egg thing. But I think once we start to recognize the spirit operating in our lives, or luck, or fortune, or magic, or our true will, or the universe, or just the alignment of cosmic energies, whatever you want to call it, God, goddess, deity, a guardian angel, whatever it is. Once we see the hand of providence in our lives, we can be more firm in our decision. And once we become more firm in our decision, we start to see the hand of providence moving in our lives more, right? So it sort of feeds on each other. Our doubt, our lack of certainty is going to cause a lack of awareness of the synchronicity. All right? But it's kind of like it's the chicken and the egg. We need the synchronicity to be really shored up in our belief and in our choice, but we have to be shored up and we have to believe in our choice in order to see the synchronicity. Okay? That's kind of the paradox that we're in right now. But I feel that this is a clarity in your future. I think that all your doubts are going to be pretty much removed from you. But we have to be able to observe. We have to look around and look for the miracles in our life. Look for the blessings. Look for the ways in which Spirit is communicating with you. Look for the ways in which Spirit is giving you confirmation and affirmation and giving you the big green light. We have to look around to find this so that we can be more confident, and being more confident, then we're going to see more synchronicity. I do feel like with the absence of earth energy, something is going to manifest very, very soon. So I think the first reason was that it doesn't matter what you're doing. What matters is that you're following your destiny. I think there's another reason why there's not a lot of earth energy here is because something in the physical realm needs to happen for you. Okay, we need to have some kind of a physical sensation. We have to see something, hear something, taste something, touch something. We need something that's so-called tangible, right, in order to reinforce our decisions. Kind of like we're saying, something needs to happen. You know, it's like, show me the money. It's like, well, do the work. Well, show me the money first. You know, it's that whole Jerry Maguire thing again. So it's kind of like we want to see the physical proof, but in order to see that, you got to fully commit. You can't see the proof until we know that you're completely on board, right? So it feels there's a little bit of a stalemate going on anyway. Let's talk about the path of the serpent, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Your general energy is this Three of Cups. This is gratitude. This is appreciation. This is a recognition of support, a recognition of opportunity. Okay. I think this is really, to me, this feels like the emotional breakthrough that we were looking for, especially since we kind of wanted to get that Six of Cups. That's the pleasure we want, but we've been feeling disappointment, a lack of pleasure, right? I think the Three of Cups is us really sort of asking for what we need, expressing ourselves. I think you're somebody that, like, again, you're someone who trusts your emotions, you trust how you feel. And I think if you're feeling that Five of Cups, right, what do? Do we just stay silent and walk away and say, oh, I got a bad vibe about this, I'm out of here? I think the Three of Cups is saying we need to ask for what we need. We need to express this into the world. We need to not necessarily demand that we receive something that's going to make us feel good. Maybe this is the idea that if we're not feeling so well, if we're in this Five of Cups, one way to remedy this is to go be of service to the world, right? To express gratitude, to be thankful for something, to put love out there. If we want to receive love, if we want to receive pleasure, if we want something that's going to remedy our Five of Cups, we have to put out the proper energy, and then it will come back to us. Okay? So if we're not feeling so secure, if we're not feeling loved, if we're not feeling pleasure, if we're not feeling joy, we have to go out and try to give that somewhere, to express that, to be of service to something, to be of service to that energy that we want to see in our life. Okay. The best way to fix kind of an emotional blockage or emotional stalemate is to go out and do something for somebody else, to make somebody else feel loved. Go be of service to somebody. This is acts of kindness. This is volunteering somewhere. This is doing something for somebody else that's going to make them smile, you know? And then it sort of comes back to us. Being of service, being gracious, expressing love and affection. And if we express love and affection, the Three of Cups becomes a Six of Cups because we link up with that, right? We have to express the energy that we want to attract. Okay. So I think this is very, very good. And now, what does all of this create? I think it creates a nine of cups. I think that you're going to experience a big surge of abundance, right? A huge breakthrough. And I think that this is what you've been really struggling with and really trying to continue on your path despite that Five of Cups. You never gave up. Maybe you're close to quitting or something, but you never gave up on this path. You've continued on, and I think that you're going to be rewarded physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, creatively. I think that first we have this kind of emotional breakthrough, or maybe it's sort of mental and emotional first. I think there's a creative and spiritual breakthrough that I think is going to lead to the physical, financial breakthroughs. I expect the mystery card to be some sort of earth energy, probably a 3 of Pentacles, right? Because this is superabundance. This is joy and fulfillment, and really this kind of breakthrough, celebration, gracious energy on every plane, in every dimension of your life. Physical, financial, mental, emotional, creative, spiritual. This is real happiness. Yeah. This isn't just seeking pleasure. This is real satisfaction, real happiness. Again, I said when you're following your destiny, it's not always going to be pleasant, but it will always be meaningful. Okay, and this is the card of really that deepest meaning that we find in life. Okay, and I think you're somebody that knows that this is the path. This is, essentially the path for you. We have a particular discomfort about things right now, but that doesn't change the fact that you know this is it. This has the potential to make you extraordinarily happy and rich and fulfilled and creative and all of this stuff. But we can't help, we can't fight that feeling either. So it's just like we have to rely on this. The potential, the 3s really are potential energies. The 3s are saying, look, you got a lot of love in you, but you've got to go out and connect it somewhere so that it becomes real and not just a potential energy. Okay? So the 3 of Cups needs another 3 of Cups, right? So we can get a 6 here. The 3 of Wands needs maybe another 3 of Wands, right? Or it needs some earth energy to connect that circuit, to complete the circuit. Things need to be grounded. Things need to reach the level of manifestation. There has to be a link between the creative will and manifestation. It's usually the heart and mind, right? So if we can organize our heart and mind, our cups and our swords here, then we can get that earth energy and we can get the manifestation, we can get the abundance, we can see all the progress that we've really been hoping for and praying for, and we can get that breakthrough. So maybe this mystery card is going to be the 9 of Pentacles, right? That's what I'm hoping for. But we have first the Chariot card, and the Chariot card is in the position of your obstacle, your difficulty. This is someone who is loyal and committed and devoted to the path even when it's difficult. Even when the weather's bad. Even when you're tired, you're hungry, you're sore. Even when you don't even believe in the mission anymore. You're out there soldiering on. Right? That's the kind of loyalty and devotion of the Chariot. You're in service to something higher than you. It's Spirit's way of saying that you are the vehicle of your destiny. And I think you're about to get this extraordinary breakthrough. 3 of Wands at the end here. 3 of Wands is the potential for this to really manifest and become this the kind of the greatest thing that you've been hoping for. Really the ability to make a wish and have it materialize. Yeah. This is also the kind of, this is the willpower. This is a surge, a return, really, of this creative energy. Like I said, excitement, enthusiasm, passion, right? It's going to be like you're getting fired up again. So an energetic blockage is being cleared. This is also kind of an ethical dilemma, right? This is also really where our 2 of Swords kind of comes into it. It's saying, why would I continue on the path when right now it doesn't feel good? I'm not having fun anymore, right? Why do I keep doing it? Well, we either say, you're right, it's silly, I'm going to quit. Or we say, I'm going to keep doing it because it is my destiny, because there is a profound meaning in all of this. Again, just because it's not pleasant doesn't mean it's not meaningful. If you are truly following your destiny here, you will have a realization that says this is meaningful even when I feel an aversion toward it, even when I don't like it, even when I'm sad, even when I'm hungry, even when I'm cold. There's something keeping me here that is more powerful than my feeling cold, my feeling hungry, my feeling sad. Okay. So and I feel like this is basically Spirit sending a lot of synchronicities, a lot of expansion, a lot of growth, a lot of abundance your way, a lot of success that's going to reawaken your passion for this path that you're on. Okay? That breakthrough that you've been fighting for, it's coming. Let's look at our mystery card. I do expect it to be Earth energy. If you have a prediction for this card, please put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. 5 of Wands. Well, it does show that you've been fighting for this. This is the breakthrough that you've been fighting for. I think that this is not so much you fighting against anybody else, but fighting your own internal energies. Fighting that part of you that just wants to get back in bed and quit. Yeah. This is fighting against the way we feel, fighting against our sadness, being able to continue striving for this, on this path, and continue fighting for this destiny, even when we're cold, even when we're tired, even when we're sad. You're not giving up. That's what this is all about. So I think this breakthrough that you literally have been fighting for is very, very close. Now we're going to do an extended reading. We'll do an I Ching reading. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Taurus, Monday and Friday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.